Alright, so from the time I started making videos on dash cameras, this has been the one question literally every single person has asked me. How to remotely view the dash cam, remotely view the recordings, or even check where the car is heading to if someone else is driving your car. Well, this question didn't have a proper answer until now. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at the 4G LTE connected dashcam, the first 4G dashcam being shown on the Travel Tech channel. I'm talking about the Thinkware T700. So this dashcam has that one particular feature which every single one of you was looking out for. This camera supports a 4G SIM. Yes, you can insert a 4G prepaid SIM, Airtel or Jio currently in India, and enable this dashcam to communicate with your smartphone irrespective of either of your positions, which means you don't have to be within the dashcam's hotspot range anymore. You can be halfway around the world, just be connected to the internet, and you can monitor most of the settings related to your car. You can remotely view the live recording straight up on your smartphone in both driving mode and in parking mode. The good thing being, this entire operation of connecting your smartphone to the dashcam, viewing the live videos, getting impact notifications, getting parking position, everything is simply free. Yes, most of you might inquire about this, most of you may even ask me about this. There is no subscription fees, none. This is entirely free, completely free of cost. Not a single penny you'll have to pay once you buy the dash camera. That being said, it has a limited time duration, and the time duration is not in weeks or months. This time duration is for 5 years. So once you buy this dashcam, you can use this service free of cost for 5 whole years. That being said, it has a monthly limit on how long you can watch the remote live monitoring, and the limit is about 5 hours every month. That's 300 minutes of videos every single month. It gets refreshed every month. So just because you have the remote live monitoring doesn't mean you can just put it on your smartphone and watch the live recording the whole day, whole night. You cannot do that. You can utilize up to 5 hours. That's up to 300 minutes of video monitoring per month. Not only does this camera give you the ability to monitor the dash cam from anywhere around the world, it also gives you impact notifications, specifically when your car is parked and maybe some other car bumps into yours or somebody else bumps into your car. You get a notification immediately on your smartphone, no matter where you are. You just need to be connected to the internet. And as soon as you get the notification, you can immediately open up the app and watch the video wherein it will record the event and stream it directly on your smartphone, irrespective of your distance from the camera or even the car. So the impact notification alerts provided by this app is practically limitless, unlimited. There is no limit to the impact notifications it can send to your smartphone, but there is a limit on how many parking videos which you can download. That's about 150 videos per month, and I think that's quite good. It's not like 5 videos or just 10 videos. You can download up to 150 videos a month. That's quite good. You can even download the videos while the car is on the move, up to 10 videos per month, and even you can download SOS videos, that's emergency videos. This too has a limit of 10 videos per month. That being said, you can even check the last parked location of your car, and this has no limit. You can check this unlimited number of times. It's going to show you the accurate location based on the GPS. It's going to open up Google Maps within the app and show you the last place you have parked your car in, along with the images from both front and the rear camera. So the Thinkware connected app shows you the live status of the battery voltage anytime you access the app. So this means you can keep monitoring your battery voltage, and at any point of time, if you feel the battery is coming down or you just want to turn off the dashcam without having to be concerned about the battery, there is an off button right up in the app. Just click on it and turn off the dashcam at your own will. You don't have to go up to your car and manually turn off the dashcam. It's that simple and easy. Not only does the app provide you the battery status, the battery voltage status, it also gives you the dashcam status, if the dashcam is in driving mode or is it in parking mode. So if the car is being driven by somebody else and you're not in the car, you're someplace else, you can monitor the status of the car, that's of the dashcam, that it's in a driving mode, and if the car is parked somewhere, it shows up as in parking mode. So this means you can even monitor the status of the dashcam based on its real world scenario. So lastly, and a very important point which is very concerning for many people, that this particular app is compatible on both Android and iOS, and you also get a dedicated PC viewer app which you're seeing on the screen right now. You get this within the memory card that's available in the box. So you get to install it on your PC, you can load up the videos and get to see both front camera recording, rear camera recording simultaneously, along with the G sensor reading. You can even check the map, the speed of the car, everything on the PC viewer app, and of course you can do the same on the Android and the iOS app as well. So this was the extended list of all the important features, all the features that really matter for someone who is looking to get remote live monitoring from their dash cam of their car. So if all these points and all these features which I just mentioned feel very important to you, and if you're someone who is looking to get remote live monitoring of your car from anywhere around the world, go ahead, grab the T700 right now. The purchase link is given in the description. Just head down, click on the link, and let me assure you, once you get this camera, you'll probably get addicted to it. You won't get back to any other dash cam for a long time. That being said, this was the quick overview of the Thinkware T700, and if you're still watching this video and if you still haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, smash that like button, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a super amazing video like this. So now let's jump into the detailed review of the Thinkware T700, starting with its unboxing, its installation, the video quality review, and the number plate readability, along with most important, how to connect the Thinkware T700 to two different apps. That's the Thinkware Dashcam Link app and the Thinkware Connected app. So these two apps serve two different purposes. The Thinkware Dashcam Link app, you'll be able to connect it via Wi-Fi hotspot, just like a regular dashcam, and alter its settings, maybe view recordings. But it's using the Thinkware Connected app, wherein you get to access the 4G LTE function, the remote live monitoring, and all the related stuff. I've shown in detail every single aspect of this connection for both the apps, and even broken down all the aspects of each of these apps. So if you do want to understand the whole process that goes into getting this connection, make sure you watch this entire video without skipping any part. That being said, you're watching Travel Tech. Let's get started. So finally, we have the Thinkware Dashcam in my studio. This is the first time I'll be reviewing a Thinkware Dashcam, and this is the Dashcam T700. And the speciality of this Dashcam is that this supports LTE connection. Yes, it supports a SIM connection, which means you can remote view your car from any place around the world. This has a Thinkware Dashcam link. It has SOS alert, Thinkware connected LTE feature, Super Night Vision 2.0, road safety warning, speed camera alert, parking monitoring, built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, and supports both Android and Apple iPhones. There are certain other things which I wanted to just focus on before I actually do the unboxing. This is a full HD 1920x1080 front and the rear camera, which records in 30 fps. It's got Night Vision 2.0, it's format free 2.0, time-lapse mode, energy saving mode, impact detection, and motion detection mode, along with ADAS features such as lane departure, forward collision, and urban forward collision alerts. It also gives front vehicle departure warning, and also gets Thinkware connected LTE and Thinkware Dashcam link. So within the Thinkware connected LTE, it gets some super cool features such as the display vehicle status, vehicle positioning impact notification, video backup with cloud storage, and playback of the remote live view. You also get a driving history image from the camera during the most recent parking, and of course you can download the latest firmware and safety camera data. In terms of the Thinkware Dashcam link, you get video playback, you get to download and play recorded videos, and more importantly, you get a live view right from the Dashcam. So you get to see that the Thinkware app is supported both on Google Play and the Apple App Store. That being said, this was the overview of what they've provided on the box. Let's quickly open up and take a look inside. So the Dashcam comes in a nicely wrapped plastic packaging, and here is the Thinkware T700. The lens module right in front, you get the Thinkware branding, and at the bottom it specifically points out that this is a 4G LTE connected digital recorder. So the lens camera module, as you can see, does move up and down, so based on your requirement you can adjust the camera angle. On top you get slots for the windshield mount. There is a port right inside here, and also there's a screw type attachment right here. I need to check this out. At the back you get some ventilation holes. Within this you get the reset slot right here. This is the mic slot, and here is the important slot which you all have been waiting for, a nano SIM slot. Right below the nano SIM slot you get a micro SD card slot as well. On the other side there's nothing else except the ventilation holes. At the bottom of the dash camera you get LED notification indicators specifically for Wi-Fi and LTE connection. You get the record button, mic button, Wi-Fi button, SOS or probably the emergency record button, and the main power button along with some ventilation holes. So a super cool looking, professional looking T700 dash cam. Let's jump in more into the box and see what we find. So following the dash cam you get the user guide inside the box. Then you have the windshield mount with a pre-attached 3M sticker. So here are the plugs which move into the slots of the camera. So this is the main power cable with the power port right here, and it also gets VCC, ACC and grounding wires at the other end. So here's a nicely designed rear camera with Thinkware branding right on top. It's got this glossy finish, and on one side you get this micro USB port for power. At the back you find some ventilation holes, and here is the windshield mount, quite small in size, and the rear camera is 360-degree rotatable, so that will be convenient in achieving the proper angle. Following this you have the rear camera cable with the 3.5mm port at one end and a micro USB connector at the other. Then you have some clips to help you in installing the wiring for the dash camera. So you get an additional 3M sticker just in case if you have to replace the original sticker on the windshield mount. Then you get a micro SD card right in the box. So this capacity is 32 GB. It's a class 10 card from Thinkware, and you also get a adapter for your laptop, the large sized micro SD card adapter. So this is it. These are the things which you get inside the box: the rear camera cable, the main front camera power cable, which is basically a hardware kit. You get a user guide, you get a windshield mount, the main T700 premium looking dash camera, you get the rear camera along with some wiring clips, extra 3M sticker and a 32 GB memory card along with the adapter. So to start off the installation of the Thinkware T700, just peel off the sticker from the lens of the camera and attach the windshield mount which has been provided in the box. Just slide it in and it plugs in pretty well. Insert a compatible memory card within the dashcam, preferably a Thinkware memory card which has been provided in the box for maximum compatibility and no issues performance. Once that's done, take a compatible nano SIM. In this case, I'm inserting a Airtel 5G prepaid SIM into the SIM card slot. This is very important. Following this, peel off the sticker from the windshield mount and just stick the dashcam to your desired area on the windshield. Make sure you press on the windshield mount so that the dashcam adheres perfectly well onto the car. Take the rear camera and follow the same steps and just stick it onto the rear windshield. Then peel off the cover, the lid from the front dashcam, and insert the main power cable along with the cable from the rear camera. So once both cables are plugged onto their respective ports, just close off the cover and the dashcam should have a proper finished and a neat look. So starting off with the overall video quality of the T700 from the front camera, it gives you a full HD 1920 x 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second with a bitrate of about 10,000 kbps and a file size of about 80 MB per minute. Now you might be wondering why the camera has been restricted to 1080p video, and it becomes a very important question because this camera is pricey. Now since this is a 1080p resolution and the file size is less than 100 MB per minute, it becomes easier and it becomes faster to transmit the videos to your smartphone, wherein if this was a 4K video coming close to 250 to 300 MB per minute or more than that, the transmission time and the ability to view the videos real time would have been a very slow affair. That being said, the overall video quality is quite decent, usable for everyday purposes, and at a very close range you will get a good read of the number plates as well. Of course, don't set some high standards from this video because it's not 4K, so that level of sharpness and detail will probably be missing in this. Moving on to the rear camera video quality. Now the interesting thing is that the technical specifications from both front and the rear camera are pretty much the same. Both offer the same Full HD resolution, same 30 fps frame rate, and the bit rate is also same along with the file size. So the rear camera quality does look a tad bit lower compared to the front camera, not very much, just a bit lower, and I do think it's more on the cooler side rather than the more normal looking, more slightly warmer looking front camera video quality. But nevertheless, for the rear camera's job, for what it's worth, it's quite decent and usable, again similar to the front camera for everyday purposes. And at a very close range during daytime, you'll be even be able to read number plates of probably four-wheelers, not exactly of two-wheelers or three-wheelers. So the overall video quality of the rear camera just passing through and giving it just the enough quality for it to be usable for day-to-day basis. So moving on to the nighttime video quality from the front camera. So this is where you see some level of difference when you compare it to the front cam. The details are slightly lesser. And of course, since this camera doesn't have a Starvis 2, you can't be expecting a number plate readability unless the vehicle is at a very close range. So this too has that glare effect, has that whitewash effect when your headlights are zoomed in on the number plate. But the point to note is that if the vehicle is slightly beyond or under the glare, you'll be able to read number plates. The overall video quality again is quite decent. Dark areas look darker and the brighter areas look comparatively brighter when you compare it to the dark areas. The overall video quality is quite decent and usable for everyday purposes. Same as what I said in the previous daytime sample, you cannot be expecting a high level of clarity, high level of pixel count and details in the video. Just for the overall video quality, just to get some evidence out of your footage, the night video quality is quite sufficient. Moving on to the rear camera's video quality during night, now you do see a high level of glare as you're seeing on the screen right now, because it tends to catch a lot of headlight glare from the back. So this will give you those characteristic white spots, characteristic huge white marks on the video. So this is common with most 1080p rear cameras, especially those which don't have a Starvis 2 sensor. So the overall video quality is again more or less pretty much similar to the front camera, although I should say the front camera is again slightly better when you compare it with the rear camera's quality. So in terms of having a video footage of all the incidents that are happening behind the car, the rear camera quality just suffices for that. Moving on to the number plate readability during daytime. So this is a Maruti Swift Dzire right in front of my car, about 10 feet or even less than that. And if we do zoom in to take a look, it's mildly blurry, but each letter and number is pretty much visible. So 1080p cameras perform well at a close range, maximum like 10 to 15 feet. Beyond that, you'll get to see those characteristic blurring lines. So similarly, this camera too has a 1080p resolution, so you get a good and a decent number plate read at a very close range. Moving on to the rear camera's number plate read, so you can see that Hyundai car at the back about a distance of less than 10 feet again. And if we zoom in to take a look, again a decent read of the number plate, each letter and number is clearly visible. So do note that both front and the rear cameras will perform well at a very close range in terms of giving you a good number plate readability during daytime. Moving on to show you the nighttime number plate read. So as I said previously, since this camera doesn't get a Starvis 2 sensor, the ability to read number plates which are directly under the glare of headlights will be minimal. But here's the twist. You can see that Maruti Swift on the left corner of the screen, the number plate of this Swift is actually more legible and more properly visible compared to the Baleno, which is like right in front. So as you can see, the Maruti Swift is not under the glare of my headlights, so you'll be able to make out number plates even during night when they are not under the glare of headlights. The number plate readability from the rear camera will be very minimal, because it tends to catch a lot of glare from the oncoming vehicles that are facing towards the rear camera. So even at a close range, you probably might not be able to read number plates from the rear camera during night time. But during daytime, at a close range of about 10 to 15 feet, you will get a pretty decent read even with the rear camera. Alright guys, so as you're seeing right now, I have opened up the Thinkware Dashcam link app within the Google Play Store. Let's quickly open that up. So it says the following permissions are required to use the Dashcam link. Click on the next button. Give all the required permissions as the Dashcam asks you for it. Now it says launching the mobile viewer app will restrict recording and ADAS features. So click on the OK button. Again click on the OK button. Then head into the Dashcam registration. Now it will give you a list of all the Dashcams, compatible Thinkware Dashcams. So currently we have the T700. So let's scroll and see where is it. So here you have the T series right here. Click on the T series, and within T series you get 4 different options. Within that we have the T700. Again let's click on the OK button. Click on the next button. Then click on the Wi-Fi button right here.
So as you can see right now, the Thinkware Wi-Fi network is visible within the Wi-Fi settings of my smartphone. Let's click on that. Let's enter the default password. So the network is now currently connected. So for this pop-up, let's click on always connect, then head into the live view. Alright, so once the live view has started on your smartphone, you can adjust the lens angle by just tilting around the lens based on your requirement. So once you do that, you probably won't have to do it again. So just make sure that the lens angle is proper and according to your requirement. Alright, so this is the Thinkware Dashcam link app, and as you can see on the screen, it shows Thinkware T700 Dashcam is connected. So if we do click on the live view button, it's going to take about a few seconds to load what's going on in front of the screen. And here you go. This is the front camera currently streaming on the smartphone, and you can switch the view to the rear camera. Again, it's going to take a few seconds to do that. And here is the rear camera view currently being streamed on the smartphone. So do note that this is when the dash cam is connected via its hotspot to my smartphone using the Thinkware Dashcam link app. So at the bottom, guys, as you can see here, it shows you the GPS status. So currently, since the car is parked, it is showing as 0 kilometers per hour. It's showing the current battery voltage 12.4 volts. That's very useful. Date and the time are also displayed at the bottom. So let's head back and head into the settings of this camera. Very unique and very different kind of settings compared to many other dash cams which I have seen till now. So straight up, you got about 6 main menus, or should I say 6 different options which you can access, and within them the first one is the memory card settings. And if we head into that, first of all, you get the memory partition. So in this, you get to select 6 different kinds of priorities for the memory card to allocate its memory space. Starting with continuous priority means the dashcam will allocate higher space to those videos which it records when the car is moving. So incident priority means it allocates more space to those videos which are included in emergency recording. Parking priority, as the name suggests, higher space, or should I say higher memory storage space, will be provided for parking monitoring footage. Manual priority, where you can select it manually, and driving recording only, which means it will completely give all the space only to driving videos and no space will be provided for incident videos or parking videos. So currently, let's set it at continuous priority. Then you have the formatting memory card option. You can click here and format the memory card. Then you have the overwrite videos option, wherein the continuous recording is clicked and you cannot like unclick it. The rest of them you can click or unclick based on your requirement. Basically, you can enable or disable them. Starting with incident recording in continuous mode, you can enable or disable that. Basically means emergency recording in continuous mode. So let me just disable that for now. Then you have motion detection recording in parking mode. So in parking mode, if you want the camera to record motion detection, you can enable that. Then you have got incident recording in parking mode. This is also a very important feature because it will record any abnormal vibrations that might occur in the car when the car is parked. Then you have manual recording and SOS recording, basically the emergency recording. So all these options are pretty much important. So let's head back to the main menu. Within this, the second option is the camera settings, wherein you have the brightness of the front camera. You can set it to dark, mid or bright. Let's currently set it at mid, and that's about it. Only one single option within this. Then you have the recording settings. Now in the recording settings, you've got quite a lot of options. Let's jump into the first option, continuous mode incident recording sensitivity. So while driving, you can set the sensitivity of the incident recording to lowest, low, mid or high, or even disable it. Then you've got super night vision. You can select it to be only enabled in parking mode or in continuous mode, or in both continuous and parking mode. Let's set it to that. Then you have the set privacy recording, which you can disable or set it to strong or set it to normal. Then you have the parking mode settings, wherein you can enable the type of parking mode which you want. You can select only motion detection, or you can select only time lapse, or you can select energy saving mode. So let me just set it at time lapse video for now. Then you have impact sensitivity in parking mode. You can set it at low, mid, high, highest, or even the lowest. Let's set it at mid. Then you have mid motion detection sensitivity, which is not enabled. Then you have the off timer. So basically, parking monitoring will turn off after the set duration of time, such as 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, 48, up to 72 hours. So let's just currently set it at 12 hours maybe. Then you have battery protection option, which you can enable or disable. So within battery protection, you've got two options for 12-volt battery and 24-volt battery. You can set the voltage after which the dash cam should automatically turn off. Currently it is set at 12 volts for a 12-volt battery. So you can set it based on your requirement, the lowest being 11.6 and the highest being 12.3. I think 12 volts should be good enough. Then lastly, you have the winter time battery protection. So you can enable this battery protection feature specific in specific months if you check any of those check boxes, tick boxes present right here. So these are some important settings right here. Let's head back and move into the road safety settings. So within road safety settings, you've got the safety cameras enable disable, then you've got mobile zone alert, then you've got the ADAS features for the vehicle types, whether your vehicle is a sedan, SUV or a truck. Then you have the initialize ADAS option, then you have the LDWS, that is lane departure warning. Currently I have disabled it. Then you have the forward collision warning, I have disabled that as well. Then you have the low speed FCWS, I have disabled that as well. And lastly, you have the front vehicle departure warning, which is again disabled. In this you can enable that based on your requirement. Then you have the system settings, wherein you can select the language to your convenience, to your requirement. Then you can select the volume to be on or off. Then you have the safety cameras, then you have ADAS level, then you have system. Then you can select the time zone based on your geographical location. Then you can select daylight saving if you are in the US. So currently it's disabled. Then speed units, it's in kilometers or miles per hour. Then speed stamp can be enabled and disabled. Then you have the Wi-Fi frequency, it supports 5 GHz. I've currently set it at 2.4. Then you have the voice recording, basically the mic option, which you can enable or disable. Heading back, you have the network function settings currently enabled. So in order to access network, you have to enable this particular settings. So these are the important settings within the Dashcam link app. Let's move on and take a look at the Thinkware connected app. So open up the Thinkware connected app on your Google Play Store. So as you're seeing right now, I'm currently installing the Thinkware connected app on my smartphone. So as soon as the installation is complete, open up the Thinkware connected app, agree to all the permissions and all the requirements the app asks of you, and click on allow for every permission it asks. Then click on the login button, wherein you will have to create a separate Thinkware ID in order to be able to access the features. So sign in using your created ID, and once you have signed in onto the Thinkware connected app, it's going to give you again terms and conditions which you have to agree in order to make use of the features. Then you'll also have to provide your phone number for user identification and other services. So you need to enter the phone number. Once confirmed, the Thinkware connected app will open up, showing you some overview of all the features of this particular app. Just slide through them and then click on the register dashcam button. Once into that, move on to the LTE dashcam section, wherein you will see that you'll have to enter a ICC ID number, basically the number that's printed at the back of the SIM card. So it's about a 15 to 20 digit number, and once you've entered it, just click on the certification request at the bottom. Once certified, the Thinkware connected app will open up. Alright, so I've disconnected the Wi-Fi and enabled the 5G network as you're seeing on the screen right now, and now the Thinkware connected app does open up. So a very interesting app, I have to say. So let's start off by showing you the important stuff within this app. So on the left top corner, you've got this bell notification right here. So and you can see the number 2. So this is basically the impact notification. So as you can see, it is showing the various different times at which some impact was detected. Basically, I made this impact to come up on the screen. So let's just check one. So if I do click on one of those, it shows you both the front and the rear camera snapshot at that particular instance. You can even check the video at that particular point of time, and it also shows you the GPS location, the exact point wherein the impact occurred. If we do head into the video at that particular point of time, it shows you the recorded video during that impact for a duration of about 20 seconds. So this is when the impact occurred. So basically this was me just closing the door of the car, and the camera automatically recorded the video from both front and the rear cameras. So this is going to be very helpful. So I can easily access these notifications and check for any untoward incident that might have happened with the car. So on top in the middle, you've got the T700 logo showing you which dash cam is currently being used. So straight up in the middle of the screen, you've got two options, the live view option right here and the dash cam off option. So if you do click on the dash cam off option in the continuous mode, it's not going to turn off. But if you do click on this off option when the car is in parking mode, you can easily turn off the dash cam no matter where you are. And if we do click on the live button, so currently the car is actually turned on. So if we do click into the live button, it shows you the exact location where the car is currently parked. And another important thing to note, guys, is that as you can see, the live videos for monitoring your vehicles are provided right here, and it says that available time is 289 minutes. So this is an important thing to note because Thinkware provides about 300 minutes of video duration per month, which means for an entire month you can view the live recording maximum to 5 hours. Beyond 5 hours you won't be able to view it for the entire month. So you can't just turn this on and keep looking at it, keep staring at it all the time. So you can see both front and the rear cameras based on your requirement. You cannot see both of them simultaneously, either the front or the rear camera view. So if I do click on the front camera right now, it's going to take a few seconds because the video has to process in the dash cam, get transmitted via LTE and reach my smartphone. It's going to take about like 10 seconds maybe, and here you go. This is currently live view of my car currently streaming on my smartphone. And another important point to note, guys, is that this is not real time. This has about a 10-second lag. So this means whatever is happening in front of your car, it's going to show up on the live video on your smartphone after 10 seconds. So it doesn't mean you're watching this like second to second live view basis. The whole processing in the dash cam, the whole ability of the dash cam to transmit the video via 4G connection to the mobile tower, and then following that the video reaching my smartphone via internet network and the smartphone processing it to show it on the app, this whole thing takes about 10 seconds. So the live video feed is basically with a 10-second delay. So this is the front camera live monitoring currently in my smartphone, and as you can see I have no Wi-Fi turned on, only 5G internet connected. Heading back, you've got the center box right here, wherein at the right top corner of this box it shows you the current voltage, the battery voltage of the car. So currently my car is turned on, so it shows 14.1 voltage, and it's in drive mode because the engine is turned on. As soon as I turn off the car, this will go into parking mode. At the bottom it shows you some weather info, and at the left bottom corner you've got the different routes taken by the car. So as you can see, they're classified in two different ways, by date and by month. So if I click on by month, it's not going to show up anything because I've been using it for only a day or two. So if I do select it by day, it shows up Google Maps and shows the entire route taken by the car with various different colored points as well. So as you can see here, two different driving records are here for today. So you can select each driving record, watch the entire journey taken on the Google Maps display, and even the color coded information is also provided. And let's just move on and show you how the app changes when the car goes into the parking mode. So let me just turn off the car right now. So it's going to take about a minute or two for the OBD2 Hardwire Kit to detect that and change the dash cam recording mode from a regular continuous recording to a parking mode recording. So let's wait for that change to happen.
Parking recording will now start.
So if you can see right now, the notification just came up on my smartphone and it says the vehicle is in parked status. So the dashcam automatically detected that it's moving into the parking mode, and the LTE SIM within the dashcam sent me a signal that the vehicle has entered the parking mode. So you can get this notification anywhere, no matter where you are and no matter where the car is parked. It will automatically show you when the dashcam enters the parking mode. It went from driving mode to parking mode right here. So as you can see here, it says parking mode, and here it shows the current voltage of my battery, that is 12.4 volts, and this is in safety mode. And at the bottom, as you can see, it says 0 hours and 1 minute elapsed. So basically it's been 1 minute since parking mode has started. So it's showing you all of these features in parking mode when the car is parked and it's turned off. And within the parking mode, now if you want to see the live view, you can easily click on that. Now it is showing again the exact GPS location of the car where the car is parked. And if I do want to take a look at the live view from the parked car, it's possible. So I just clicked on the front camera option right there. So it's going to take again a few seconds for the whole thing to process. So let's just wait. So here you go. Now currently this is streaming parking mode video from my dash cam to my smartphone, and this is simply cool because I can watch the video from anywhere around the world, and I'll be able to monitor what's happening in front and the rear of the car. So this is basically the front camera view. In a similar way, you can even watch the rear camera view, which you can find the option right here. And as you can see, there is an off button right here which I showed you previously. Now in driving mode you won't be able to turn off the dash cam, but if you do click on the off button in parking mode, it will give you a notification saying the dash cam will be turned off, and it will ask you the confirmation to turn it off. Now you can click on yes and that will turn off the dash cam. Click on no, it will continue recording the parking mode. If you click on this particular option right here, that is the duration for which the parking mode has been enabled. If you do click on that, it's going to give you a snapshot of that particular point of time from both front and the rear camera. So as you can see right now, it is giving you a snapshot of your parking place as soon as you clicked on that button. And here you can see it is showing you the distance of your location to the distance of the car's location. So that's it. This was the complete overview of the Thinkware connected app, and let's move on to the next part of the video.
So that was a crazy extensive video on the Thinkware T700, and quite deserving because each and every single aspect of the camera has been covered in this video. You won't have to look at any other video after you watch this one. And if you do recognize the effort, if you do recognize the hard work that went into making this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button of my channel right now, smash that like button, and also don't go away without hitting the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. And if you like the camera and if you want to get remote live monitoring on your dash cam for your car, the purchase link for this dash cam is given below in the description. Just head down into the description, click on the link, add the camera to the cart and purchase it right away. If you do have any queries about this camera, I think you probably will have a lots of doubts. Do write that down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And of course, you can always connect with me or DM me on my Facebook or the Instagram page as well. So I hope this video has helped you out, and after watching this video you have gained some new insight into the world of dash cams. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.